In this video, we're going to be practicing again writing the explicit formula for the sequence, and we are going to simplify all the way. And then we're going to use that to create a table and a graph. So looking at this first one, I have the sequence 10, 7, 4, 1. And so to write my explicit formula, I first need to figure out what my first term is, and then I need to figure out what my common difference is. Well, my first term I see is 10. And then my common difference, I see to get from 10 to 7, I need to subtract 3. To get to 7 to 4, I also need to subtract 3 and subtract 3. So that means my common difference is -3. So now I need to plug that into my explicit formula, which is an is equal to a1 plus n minus 1 times d. Well, my first term is the 10. And then d, my common difference, is -3. So this is an okay form to write your arithmetic sequence in, but I want this to be simplified. So I'm going to go ahead and distribute. And so I get that an is equal to 10 minus 3n plus 3. And so an is equal to -3n plus 13. Now I'm going to use this sequence to complete the table and graph. So I want you to compare this to when we did linear functions. So here I have an is equal to -3n plus 13. This is really the same thing as saying y is equal to mx plus b. So that means that my slope here is -3 and my y-intercept is 13. So I could go ahead and graph it that way, but I want to go ahead and use this table and graph the points and then connect it with the line. So you could go ahead and plug all these values in for n to find your an. So for instance, I could plug in 1 for n here and I get -3 times 1 plus 13, which is -3 plus 13, which is 10. However, I can also just look up at my sequence. Because remember, n stands for the number term, or term number. And then an stands for the actual term. So reading this, it says that the first term is 10. Now the second term is 7. The third term is 4. And the fourth term I see is 1. But now I can use my common difference to find the fifth and sixth term. So if I do 1 minus 3, I get -2. -2 minus 3, I get -5. But again, I could also use my formula here. So I could plug in 5 for n. So I get -3 times 5 plus 13, which is -15 plus 13, which gets you the -2. And then I'm going to go ahead and plot all those points. So I have 1, I'm at 10. 2, I'm at 7. 3, I'm at 4. 4, I'm at 1. 5, I'm at -2. And then 6, I'm at -5. And so arithmetic sequences always get us a linear function. And so really, my n just stands for my x, an stands for my y. Okay, go ahead and pause the video. I want you to try and do number 2. When you think you have it, go ahead and press play. So the answer you should have gotten here was that an is equal to 5n minus 14. That's because my first term is -9 and my common difference is 5. And then using my sequence, I filled in the table and graphed this line.